Guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Kyuujin, and today we are back guys with Black Sails, episode 4 from season 1.
Last episode, we made a deal with Charles Vane to have a second ship, another crew, and another captain helping us get the Urca de Lima. And after a tense negotiation, we got it. Yeah, they joined. Because the original plan was to put Gates in charge of another crew, a crew that they knew, but had not necessarily much loyalty to us. And I mean, Rackham, desperate to find something to make himself pardoned, like forgiven by the crew for what happened.
To bring back some money back to the crew.
Yeah, he basically put the idea in Gates's mind, or he played with his insecurities and said, like, you're an older man, the crew might turn on you if you can't keep up and stuff like that, so why not choose a younger captain who's stronger?
Yeah, like Vane.
Yeah, so they went with that, but he was also, Vane was keeping Max at his camp. He decided to let her go, but the crew was not happy with that, and they started raping her in public. And Eleanor, who showed up at the camp because she was turned on and she just wanted to sleep with Vane and she was into it.
She was all for giving him a second chance.
Yeah, but she heard what was going on and she got real angry, and so she threatened the crew. Either they stayed with Vane and they would be beggars for life, like she would not give them anything from now on, or they could keep getting their money, but they would follow Flint.
Yeah.
And most of them did switch. So I don't know who's stayed with Vane, but he's lost his advantage. He's lost his chance at this big shot at the money. I don't know. It looks bad for him, and I feel a bit bad about what happened, because he wanted to let her go, to be fair. Max, though, doesn't want anything from Eleanor. She chose to stay with Vane, so we'll see where that goes. Mrs. Barlow also is keeping watch over Eleanor's father, and there's talks about her on the ship. Billy is talking to the potential mutineers, and he's learning about why they don't trust Flint. And John Silver is in the background listening to this conversation, so we'll see where that goes. But there is no trust in this crew, man. Everyone wants to backstab everyone.
Not anymore.
Yeah. So this is where we are. Let's jump in this episode and see what happens next. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of these. I Can't Speak. And check out our Patreon for the full-length reactions.
Alright, let's go.
Who do we betray today?
Chapter 4.
Captain Gates.
He's really insecure about this.
It's time.
And I don't want to lose him on our ship. We need him.
If we need someone to keep a leash on Flint, in a way.
First item. As you know, I've been asked to serve as captain of the Ranger when next we sail. You will need somebody to act as your quartermaster in the meantime. Ideas?
Billy over there.
I was thinking Billy Bones.
But I don't know about this, because a quartermaster needs to truly trust his captain and be on his side wholeheartedly. And I don't know. I think he's good. But if he doubts Flint...
Next item, careening. She's long overdue. If we're going to win the Urca, the Walrus must be ship-shape. That means we tip her.
I've inspected the shoreline proposed by the captain for this undertaking, and it is simply unsuitable to the task at hand. I ask for time to find a more suitable beach.
And delay our efforts by how long?
Well, you'd rather rush it or be safe?
If we had weeks, we'd surely take them. But we must sail within days if we're to meet the Urca. Now, Mr. de Groot's concerns are valid, but they come at a price.
Yeah, but...
$5 million in Spanish gold.
Yes, but what...
But it has a point. We don't have the time to wait.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be worth it if you end up shipwrecked on...
True.
All those in favour of the captain's plan?
And he's speaking money, so they're all gonna be for it.
Right, it would appear the ayes have it.
Nay.
And he's gonna be a problem.
Mr. Morley's dissent is noted, along with Mr. de Groot.
It's noted. Moving on.
What say you, Mr. Quartermaster? You think it's a good idea?
Yeah, I think the captain knows what he's doing.
But he's wondering...
Who's Mrs. Barlow? Number of years back.
Apparently a witch that manipulates him.
Flint had us hunting a merchant ship. We lost good men taking her for a haul nowhere near what Flint had promised.
He lied to them because he had something in it for himself.
I chanced upon a cabin, and that's when I heard it. It was a man and a woman begging for their lives.
He wanted revenge for something.
We come ashore. I see a lady
Okay.
waiting for Flint. But when Flint reaches her, 2 words escape his
done.
lips.
Hunting the Maria was never about money. All those men we lost, they died. So Flint could settle some personal vendetta for her.
So he's willing to put his crew through dangers and lie to them
her.
for her.
Which is not really good.
So of course they wouldn't trust him.
It's all happening again.
I don't know
But
if
do you think that maybe she thought that they knew what they were doing? Or you thought,
there's more to the story. He knows only what he's seen, so that he's judging based on that. But there's got to be more to this. God damn! Can you be more into it? He's literally like, do your job. She's doing that, and he's like.
If you're upset with me, I'd appreciate you saying so.
You know why I'm upset?
Because I read to him.
It's a whole shelf full of books.
That book.
Why'd you have to read him that one?
Perhaps because I am no longer willing to bury it on a shelf and pretend it has no meaning for me. That book is something I shared with Thomas.
her late husband?
Well, it is okay. So it is her on the painting.
Yeah.
Did the couple he'd kill him?
This place, this life that we've been living here, it doesn't feel like living anymore. I can't be alone in feeling this way.
So, I mean, maybe even if she cares about him and loves him now, the fact that he leaves her alone here makes her miss the old life
what
that she used to have. Yeah. It's hard. It would be hard to forget your dead husband or something
Things will get better.
if your current guy is not around to help you go through
Promise you
this.
they will.
But yeah, I'm guessing that they might have been responsible for the death of Thomas back then.
I don't know. There's a lot that we don't know. Dude, did you have a fight?
Christ. 1 week without a ship and you go completely to hell.
Yeah.
See, we've graduated to opium.
Oh man.
Poor man.
You lost everything. You
Yeah.
lost everything.
I'm doing what I can to regain us our livelihood, but once that's done, this crew, such as it is, will need its captain back. See what you can do about finding him.
Fuck you, Jack.
He will be tired of you one day, man. He will leave you. He's doing so much for this crew.
But you think that maybe...
Whoa. This is not Vikings, man. Is he having hallucinations?
Well, they did take opium. But you think that maybe his crew might get rid of him and find another captain?
Well, they already did. They switched to Flint. He's got 8
No,
loyal
but
men.
those that rest.
What we're about to attempt with Captain Bryson, it is very risky. If you make a move against Captain Bryson or his ship, you'll be making a move against the Guthrie Trading Company, a direct affront to your grandfather. When he finds out what you've done, no one will be able to protect you from the consequences. If Bryson balks, we must let him go.
Yeah.
And the guns Flint needs.
We'll find them some other way.
You have agreed to so much without really thinking.
Tell me you understand.
Don't be stupid, girl.
And like really,
understand.
the men need her, but it's all depending on them not figuring out that her father right now is not really doing any business, and they are at risk of losing their fucking enterprise. So if they find out they don't need her anymore, they'll get rid of her and place someone else in charge.
How are we doing?
Ahead of schedule. We'd have Billy to thank for that. I've no idea how he's done it, but he's kept him to your schedule.
He's
In
good,
days we'll have the queue cleared and tarred, and she'll be ready to go back into the water.
but he has his doubts, and that worries me. I mean, it's okay to have doubts, but when you're the quartermaster and you should not go against your
I
captain.
said I've got the shits. What part of that don't you understand?
What's going on?
He gave
His
them
rotten
fucking.
pig gave a lot of us the bloody squirt.
Some people have weak constitutions.
It doesn't
It's
look.
not cooked.
Yeah.
Not good.
It's delicious. Get back to work.
He needs him on the crew.
You
so-
need to cook.
I'm glad someone here likes her.
What the fuck did you do to that?
Cooked it?
You absolutely did not.
It's fucking raw. Did you start the fire at least?
Yes. He needs. He cannot have the crew choose to let him go. He needs him on the ship.
The fuck is this?
Well, you said tie to the pond.
That pond, that one. You tied it to the wrong fucking tree. Yes, it matters. Jesus, fix it, will you, please?
Give a man a little bit of power.
What fuck difference does it make? They're about trees, ain't they?
If you leave it like this and the tree's not strong enough,
Quick fuck.
Oh no.
it's not gonna be strong enough.
What's we going to do about Billy?
He appears
appears to be straining at the seams. Billy Bones is a dutiful
Yeah, but he has a point. He's been asking questions. He's been doubting.
I trust him 1,000 times more than I would a rodent like yourself.
Understood. All that being said, Jesus Christ, I saw Billy speaking with Mr. Morley late last week in secret. I trust Billy. Trust me. I'm purely in this for myself, and you know.
I was thinking about that. He's only looking out for himself. Billy's looking out for the crew, so if he thinks it's not he's not helping them.
Trying to play me against my own crew will not help your cause.
He wants the mission to be a success. He wants something. Although I do like Billy, I don't want him to get, thrown overboard.
I wonder, Mr. Guthrie, if this might have something to do with His Majesty's ship, the Scarborough.
Oh, shit, no. No.
His Majesty's ships often use my port for resupply. What are you implying?
He knows. Doesn't want to admit it, but he knows.
Father alone.
That's also putting a lot of trust in him.
Your father can handle this. He'll get you those guns.
Perhaps. I can leave it to chance.
Eleanor! What the fuck, girl?
I knew you wouldn't approve, but I couldn't let him leave here without giving up those guns.
He's also gonna be done with her at one point.
Yeah.
You're never listening to him. You promised him.
Shame on you.
Yeah. He's supposed to be helping you and you're not listening. Worse, you're taking advantage of his generosity and help.
The guns are yours.
What did he tell him? He just showed confidence.
She'll get herself killed, attempting to steal treasure from one empire to finance a war against another. She will get herself killed.
She'll be stuck in the middle of everyone.
If she proceeds, what did you say to Bryson and Utman?
Rest assured, I have a plan.
To stop it?
What did you say? What did you do?
You know that you'll stop at nothing to save this place. Except that in your heart, you know the truth. Places like this aren't meant to last.
So he screwed them over in a way.
Help me, Mr. Scott.
Fuck. And he can't trust her. She's not listening to him. So he might help him to save her. He cares about her.
The guns are yours.
To our endeavor. What's wrong?
In order to guarantee Captain Bryson's acquiescence, I put a plan into place without Mr. Scott's knowledge. I lied to him, betrayed his trust.
Nobody will believe it's possible until we show them. But when that day comes, I'll say that it was inevitable.
But maybe not. They might abandon you first. Not everyone sees the money and the prize as the actual goal. Now please don't kill. Oh shit. They're all there.
Anyone, get to the beach now! Come on!
The cat! No, the cat! I'm thinking of the cat, I'm not thinking of anyone else.
Hands up! I'll go. Captain, there's no time! Save them all! Don't wait for me! He's dug in. Help me!
Oh, cat is okay.
Relax!
Can't we really save him?
It's taking too long.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
It's no bloody use!
Use this.
Your belt.
There's no other way. There's no other way. Yeah.
Let it! Alright! Do it!
Please, please, let it.
Oh shit.
Well, he showed up to help, though maybe that will give him a few points with the others. Oh, shit. That's close. That's way too close for comfort.
Did the other guy die?
Everyone cares about him, so to save him was a good, it's a show that he does care about his men, and he's willing to go there himself. I think it's a good point for him. Where's the other guy?
Yeah, he got crushed. Oh shit.
But then, the coincidence that this one ended up dying, and he's the one we couldn't trust that was speaking mutiny. We trust Billy, we say we care about Billy, but this guy was a problem. What if he believes that Flint left him there?
But it's just all coincidence though.
Flint pushed it through and I went along. I knew better.
Because you know what's at stake here. You know he's right.
That's not why.
it's because I'm afraid of him.
Him saying that makes me wonder, yeah, you might be believing, like, the people that cross him end up somehow dead on their ships, you know? I don't see how he could have done anything. Maybe he could have knocked him off and left him there. But that's a lot of ifs because it happened so quickly.
What are they talking about?
And now he wants to... Now he's willing to listen?
It sounded like they were talking about a woman. Somebody, Barlow.
If you threaten Miss Barlow...
Well, he didn't know they were talking about her.
Yeah, but now
it's
he
too
knows.
late.
Now he knows.
He's gonna be looking after Billy. Like, man. I don't know. It's too early in the show. Like, I don't know who to trust, really.
There's a pronounced sense of sadness in Purcell's pieces. Considering your circumstances, I can understand their appeal.
And what is it you think you understand?
Yeah, what are you trying to do here?
I might know everything, Mrs. Hamilton. The portrait in your room depicts you alongside Lord Thomas Hamilton, son of Alfred Hamilton. You see, I've had extensive dealings with the Earl over the years, and so I'd long heard of the tragedy that befell his eldest son. But Thomas's wife, long rumoured to be the cheating sort, had begun a torrid affair with her husband's closest friend, a promising young officer in His Majesty's Navy.
What?
And upon discovering the affair, Thomas went mad with grief.
Is it all
His despair
true?
so great, even the asylum couldn't protect him from himself.
Oh, she would feel so guilty.
That's Thomas's ship.
Oh, so that just
Given the
became
facts,
complicated.
I wish to help you. Perhaps it's time you were offered a hand in a return to civilization.
I don't know. Pretty sure Flint loves her though, so you would be fucking leaving him? Getting rid of him?
While I am uniquely situated to offer you your freedom, you may be able to do the same for me.
He's playing a game here, yeah. He never really had any intention to help them, especially if it puts his daughter and everything else
no.
at risk.
He's in it for his own neck.
Yeah.
The fuck did I ever do to you?
You made me look weak. Standing beside you, I was your lesser. From the moment you met me, you must have known I'd never settle for that. So much I have taken from you, and yet still, you know you could take it all back.
I'm afraid that he might do something because of what he's seeing right now.
Yeah, he's gonna set himself on a path.
You could take this whole fucking island from me.
He's gonna fight her back and out of fucking revenge.
You know exactly what it is you need to do, where it is you need to go to do it.
If only you weren't so goddamn afraid.
That was weird. I'm not sure what to believe from that hallucination since it came from his mind, so who's to say that was the actual reason why she left? Or
I think that's his interpretation, what he believes, mostly.
You need help, man. Shit. He needs a break.
Guthrie should have just had you killed. It would have been more merciful.
On me shoe! Fuck it! Pull him out of his misery!
Oh my
Oh,
god. Luck is on his side. Sometimes.
For once. For once.
All right, I'll coat you in for half.
I'm taking it all.
We'll be partners.
He doesn't want to be anyone's partner. He wants to have it all.
Last time he tried to be partner with someone, he got fucked over, so...
Yeah.
You're the reason this island is infested with criminals.
It seems as though my penance ought to be a simple one. I will see to it that they are cast out of this place. Soon, and for good.
Oh shit.
The Andromache. It can't be. Captain Bryson hasn't had time to unload.
He didn't. Those guns are still on board.
What are we going to do?
Get them back.
Oh,
Okay, we have a fight coming.
we're gonna go get him, and we're gonna have Boston on our tails now?
I think they need them so bad. They're not, like, the end goal is everything for them. They will look at the prize and they will do anything possible to get it.
We're already on a time limit to get to the Locker Dilemma.
That's the thing. So they won't give a shit. Like, this will screw over so much, but what they're thinking about is when we get it, because they're in their mind, they will get that Spanish galleon. So once they get it, everything will be worth it. He said it before to Billy, like, those that doubt us right now, those that don't believe it can be done, when we do the things that we have to do, and they don't, they don't agree to it, but later when we bring the prize, they'll switch their mind. They'll be thinking, oh, okay, this was inevitable. Oh no, he didn't say it to Billy, he said it to Eleanor. So this is that mentality of we do whatever is necessary to win, and those that doubt us, those that feel hurt by this, once we get the prize, they'll forgive us because they'll see that there was a point to it. But that's if they get the prize, and even then, I said it in the episode, it doesn't mean that they won't lose people from either fighting or just they won't, follow them anymore and they'll decide to leave. Those that do not see this prize as the end game might decide that this is too much for them and they'll leave. Like fucking Mr. Scott deciding to side with the father because he wants to look out for Eleanor and she's not listening. So he's seeing it as she is working against herself. She is not helping herself and she'll end up killed. He heard that. And so he will make sure that he will try to help her against her will. But the one that surprised me, we learned more about her this episode. So of course, we didn't know before. We only assumed. But Mrs. Barlow.
You mean Mrs. Hamilton?
Hamilton, yeah. So I don't know how much of the story we heard is true. Probably the big points. So the facts. We don't know what her situation was. Why? Was she just cheating on her husband because she could? Because she liked Flint? She saw something in him? And then she regretted it because it led to the death of her husband? Was she in love with her husband but she felt unsatisfied? Which would fucking suck because irony made it that now she's also alone and unsatisfied.
But that don't explain why she asked Flint to kill that couple
we don't know about,
on the ship.
Yeah, we don't know about that yet. But from what we've heard so far, it sounds like she had an affair with Flint.
Oh, unless those were maybe the family of her late husband. Because they said that she had to flee. So if they knew about her identity,
maybe
that could go against her. So they need to get rid of them then.
We just need to know who they were, and then we can guess. But it kind of sucks because it feels like I think she cared about her husband, otherwise she would not keep the book, she would not think about him still, keep the painting. But somehow, something was, she was not satisfied with something, or she had a fling with Flint, and now she's alone, she lost what she had. I feel like she felt like there was no other way than to go with Flint, because if she... Sorry, my throat is fucking...
If she stayed back...
If she had not gone with Flint, it would mean that the death of her husband meant nothing. So it's kind of like she feels obligated to stay with him. But even then, she doesn't really have him because he's constantly away. And I think he really cares about her and he's looking for a way to settle and have their thing, keep their freedom and stuff. I guess if he was truly in the Navy and he left, it could have been because the life he was living before was really not satisfying to him, and he was losing the freedom he wanted. He needed to be away, he needed to roam free, he didn't want to follow orders. There's so much to uncover about why he left. Maybe it was just to be with her, but still, to go from Navy officer, like a fucking sailor in there, to pirate, that's a huge change.
Pirate captain, yeah.
Yeah, so I need to learn more about that. I don't know. I have my characters I like in the show so far, but I don't know who I can trust. I am a bit on Billy's side about him scaring me.
The only thing that we could maybe trust is the fact that John Silver is in it for himself.
Yeah, that's what we know.
That's what we know.
Yeah. And Eleanor's going to do what Eleanor can do to keep her business.
Also, Mr. Gates and Flint relationship, that I can trust.
Relationship.
Yeah.
That's if
but
he doesn't lose trust in him. He seems to know a lot about him. They are friends, but that's the thing. We don't know much about him yet, so we'll see. But yeah, I think it sucks because now she's been offered a chance to go back to how things used to be, and she's been missing that. It looks like he's not around much to make her forget about that old life or make her feel like it's worth it.
Yeah.
So she's desperate for what she used to have. She's missing that old life, and being offered a chance to go back or at least gain something from this, she could jump on it and just go for it, which means that Eleanor's dad is basically screwing over the whole thing. Not only is he screwing over the plan, he's screwing over the gun thing, and he's also screwing over Flint because he's taking away one of his reasons for doing this. And she could, like, if she truly betrays him and goes over with Eleanor's dad, she has a lot of information about him, so who's to say what she could do? It would suck if she betrayed him completely like that, though. I don't know. We'll see where it goes, but because she could be trying to manipulate things, like, but maybe she, I mean, to be fair, she's been treated like a witch. People throw rocks at her. She's not living. She's surviving at best, and she's completely alone. It feels like she's in a prison, so yes, I understand why she would want something more.
Technically, she is. She cannot go out. She cannot leave because people might recognize her.
Wow. Really? In Nassau? Where most people, like, don't, you know, they're either criminals or just people living here for...
She's still at
High
risk.
society might recognize her, but they don't really show up here. So it would be better than to live like a recluse with no one and people, you know, whispering that you're a witch because you probably don't meddle. You don't go to church. You don't do, you know, you don't do what other people do. You meet with strange men in the night, like. But yeah, if she does betray him, because it looks like she's about to, it would suck for Flint. But I don't know about him. I don't know what he would be capable of doing. The whole Randall situation made me think that, yes, it happened so fast. He just happened to be holding Randall. But then again, he did... I don't know.
From what I saw Flint pulling Randall out, and that other guy got just trampled by the boat, by the ship.
But still, no matter what happened, from Billy's point of view, it could look like the guy that was talking shit behind his back, the guy he couldn't trust, ended up dying. And he saved Randall, who everyone loves. So that makes him... Like, Billy was about to go, and I thought it was a great move for a captain to be like, no, I'm gonna go. He did put himself in danger. There's no denying that. He did say, like, don't wait for me, cut the cord, save the mast. So he put himself in danger, and it could have gone really wrong. So I do admire him for this, and I kind of see this as a way for him to prove everyone that he cares about them, because that was what they were saying. He didn't give a shit about his crew. He would have sent them on missions to fulfill the needs of his woman, and no one would like that, like putting themselves in danger for no reason other than make her happy. They don't even know her. So the crew seeing this and me seeing this, I'm like, wow, he put himself in danger to save Randall, and everyone loves Randall.
His crew,
yeah. But it so happens that conveniently the guy died trying to help. So Billy can only guess what happened. And I don't know if Randall was conscious enough to see, so that's going to put more doubts in Billy's mind. And Flint knows that Billy's been talking, and he said he liked Billy, he trusts Billy, but we don't know what he's capable of. And I still remember the guy being thrown overboard, so I think he's going to get thrown overboard.
You think?
I think that he doesn't want to get rid of Billy, he doesn't want to kill Billy, because that would definitely put the crew against him, because the crew loves Billy as well. And he's been, you know, doing a job. Now he's quartermaster. He gave them their fuck tent. Like, they like him.
He didn't really have a choice in it.
But they all voted for him and stuff, so they care about him. So to kill him would really put them against the captain. So you can't kill Billy, and I don't think he wants to do that either.
No, I don't think so.
But to keep him around in such a position, if he has doubts, is dangerous for the mission, and it's dangerous for his position. It's not just a random guy on the ship that is trying to raise them to do immunity. It's the quartermaster, who is supposed to be the guy that goes from crew to captain.
The right hand of your captain.
Yep, he's supposed to keep everything flowing nicely. So if he doesn't trust in the mission, if he doesn't trust in the captain, he literally admitted that he was afraid of Flint. This is not a good relationship.
Yeah, it's not a good start.
So I think he might try to find a way to get rid of him. And, yeah, the throwing overboard might be it. I have forgotten everything else about this. So it looks like, I thought we had seen like 3 episodes, but since the throwing overboard has not happened yet, apparently we've seen like 4 or 5, I don't know how many episodes. We did not finish season 1, that's for sure.
Don't think that I've seen later than that one.
But
anything else, it's a blank for me, so.
The only thing I remember is the throwing overboard. That's why I keep bringing it up, but I don't remember anything from these episodes. Most of that is just new to me, so I guess that's good for the reaction purpose. But that makes me that basically makes me obsessed with the when is it gonna happen?
Imagine it's gonna happen at the finale of the first season.
I don't know. We may have watched like 4 or 5, maybe 6. Okay, now this was episode 4, so either 5 or 6 episodes. I don't think we watched the whole season.
I've never watched the whole first season.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, in any case, those characters are interesting. Those interests that they have puts them against each other constantly. I'm excited to see where they'll go. I'm very interested in some of them. Charles Vane, I want him to come back and do something, but I'm afraid...
Do you think that he might do something to take over the island from Eleanor?
The thing is, it's the perfect opportunity because right now, her father... The word is spreading and people are seeing that there are boats waiting for him, ships waiting for him at his house. The word that he's, wanted for arrest might be spreading and people will lose confidence or, loyalty maybe. So if anyone on that island finds out that they're losing their influence and they may not be able to sell their cargo anymore, they might just go find business elsewhere.
True.
Or those that can't find business elsewhere might just want to get rid of him for revenge, like, oh, you're playing us and stuff, and then try to put someone in charge, even if it's not going to work. Like, this would be a short plan that they would try to, put someone on that throne for a little bit, thinking that they could survive on their own. But yeah, in the long run, we know it's not going to work. But this is a dangerous position for them, and the father is actively working to stop them. Now we got also Charles, who has been having hallucinations of he wants to go to some place. I think that has to do with his scar. I don't know, but it's kind of like he wants to prove to Eleanor that she cannot put him down. She cannot basically turn him into a victim. So he wants to prove himself that he's still strong, like his pride is taking over. It felt like that a little bit. So yes, he might try to just fight her back, and we don't need another enemy.
But I'm pretty much sure that what she told him is also changes what he think are the reason that what she decided to get rid of him.
This is what he believes. This could have been what she told him. This could definitely be the reason. From Eleanor, I would see it. She always felt, the vibe I'm getting from her is that she always felt undervalued. Like, people look over her. They don't think she can do the job. She wants to be in charge. She wants to be strong. She wants to rule this business. And she doesn't want to be the middleman anymore. So if in her relationship with Charles Vane, he's a fucking beast. He's got a lot of influence. He's fucking strong. If by his side she felt like a little girl that people would basically see as Charles Vane's girlfriend. So the girl that keeps at to his side, she has no value on her own. She's basically there to be his accessory. It's kind of giving me a Blair and Chuck vibe of they're both strong people. That's why he loved her. But as long as she doesn't make a name for herself, as long as she doesn't do stuff for herself and proves that she can do it without his help, she cannot be with him.
By herself.
Yeah, I feel like this could be it. Like, she cannot be with him as long as she's not her own woman first. So if she has achievements and trophies at her belt, like basically if she proves herself, then maybe we can talk about it. If he doesn't screw over his chances by fighting back. And with what happened with Max, I don't know.
Yeah. But
maybe she left for that in the beginning. Like, there could have been a chance, but then again, we don't know her version of it, so we'll see. And speaking of Max, by the way, I really want to learn more about Anne Bonny. It looks like she might relate to Max's situation.
Well, I don't know if she was abused like this just as Max, or if she's just relating because she's a woman. But maybe
both.
Maybe she was in a parallel situation in her past.
She took back control, and maybe she might teach Max how to take back control as well.
Probably.
Or at least help her take back control. She's been trying to rule these men, and for most of them it worked. But yeah, that guy did not want pleasure. His pleasure was from...
He didn't want to give obedience. He wanted to be in control.
He takes his pleasure. Yeah, he takes his pleasure from that.
Yeah.
So beating her up, making her feel like a helpless victim, this is what turns him on, and he's dangerous because of that. I am expecting Anne Bonny to kill him at one point, but the thing is, we cannot do this shit because we barely have any men available right now. Like they said 8 loyal men.
Yep.
And Charles right now is a mess. Rackham is trying his hardest to get something, but no one wants to talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
And Max is literally the only thing, like, since she's so good at her job, she's the only thing that's keeping them around. And they got rid of the guy in charge of the brothel, so maybe there's a chance there. But if the brothel falls down, if it crumbles because he's no longer there, and they don't take over or something, maybe people will hate them even more because they lost this. At least Max gets to stay, because no one is going to ask for her to come back after this, but...
True.
We'll see.
All right.
We'll see. But, yeah. I was really afraid for the cat, by the way, this episode. Even more so than the men. I was like, no, I'm kidding. Animal cruelty might not be yet one of the warnings in this show. So, thank God. We'll see later. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next episode right away, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out. The link is in the description below.
And if you don't want to have the next one, show up on YouTube next week.
Yes.
So see you then.
Bye.
Bye, guys.